What's up everybody, Silverstar here, and today we are going to go to the really weirdly named Deep Space. Again, I don't get why they named it this, but we'll just ignore that for now, and we will dive right in. There's something I want to talk about involving this world, but I'm going to wait till we actually get through the first cutscene to talk about it. Let's go.
All the way out here?
Alright, let's get through these in verse. The thing I want to talk about is, this world is kind of a waste of potential. I mean, I think we'll realize it, but this world could have had so much more, and it just seems like a letdown, at least to me. It also has a boss fight I personally hate. It's not necessarily super hard, I just hate playing it. But anyway, this world is relatively small, not too expansive. There's a few things you can do, but overall there's not really much to talk about. This world is relatively boring. I like a few things they do. There's an anti-gravity section, but it's very short. I feel like they could have implemented that more into this world. Then again, you're not really in deep space. You're more on a ship for half the level, and again, you'll see why this would be a waste, but I'll talk about it after this cutscene.
Is he the one?
Yes, Grand Councilwoman. I've confined him until we can determine what he is. Take cover. Leave it to me to handle these fiends. Whatever you are, you're under arrest. Eventually.
Unversed. I'll give you a fight.
Yep, this is a world for Lilo and Stitch. When I saw this, I was so happy because I was like, oh my god, they have a world based on all these creatures. I mean, think about it. Experiment 626, right? There are 626 experiments like him. If you've never seen Lilo and Stitch, there are so many creatures, so many different abilities. Some of them are useless, like basically the one that's always with Jamemba, but that's a Jamemba. But basically, he's kind of useless. He just makes sandwiches. But there's so many cool creatures they have in there, and they could have had that with this world. They could have had us go to Earth, be on Hawaii, or they could have compromised. They could have done like a space battle with the other creatures, but it was a total letdown. You don't really see them. You see Stitch, but you don't really do anything with him. And again, you get a D-Link with him, but that's basically it. There's nothing else past it, and it's really annoying to see that nothing more was done with this. And there are so many Kingdom Hearts games, but no other game has gone with this Lilo and Stitch idea. I really don't get why. This is one world that has so many other creatures with them verse. You could have done so much. You could have combined them, but again, it's my personal frustration.
Very impressive display.
Wait! You help!
I have been imprisoned on ridiculous charges.
Is that so?
I am innocent scientist who created the galaxy's most destructive, constructive species of all time. Why, my experiment could annihilate creatures you fought so hard.
He is bulletproof, fireproof, and can think faster than supercomputer. He can see in the dark and move objects 3,000 times his rather diminutive size. And for reasons preposterous, the Federation Council fears him. They take him away from me and throw me here in small, stuffy, rather badly lit cell.
Because he's so powerful?
Exactly. Everyone always gets antsy and pantsy when somebody more powerful is in the neighborhood. You understand, perhaps? We must make to rescue him, or he'll be banished to far reaches of space.
Okay then. Take me to him.
Experiment 626. His name I give to adorable fluffy creature you're helping out to rescue. And I am genius scientist who created him, Dr. Jumba Jukiva.
I'm Terra.
Pleasure is all ours. 626 is this way. Hurry!
Alright, I'm gonna do a quick detour over... Oh, okay. Okay, I'm being a little bit stupid now. But yeah, I forgot. Quick note. I think I already showed this in a previous one, but basically if you use the dash twice, you can get basically an extra attack with that. But yeah, I'm making a quick detour over here to get a quick... Well, not exactly an item, but something useful. It's right here. Yep, the high jump. The high jump is very useful, but one sec. Alright, yeah, the high jump is a very useful thing you want to have. There's a save point over there, but anyway, back to the high jump. The high jump is not the most crucial thing, but it will help you. Sometimes there are just those ledges you need to grab onto, you don't have enough height. And that happens to me so many times when I played this, and I just need a little bit. And it seems like he never wants to reach, unless it's useless. But anyway, I think there's another item I can get. There probably is. I'm just going to go back and see if I can get it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I could not get the item, so let's just go on to the next part. But again, this world is pretty decent. It does give you the inside of the ship from Lilo and Stitch, which I found kind of interesting, but overall this was a waste of like potential. You could have done so much more with this. And again, you don't really get to fight with Stitch unless you're using the D-Link. You can't really do much with him. You could have fought more of the experiments. I understand this is like a precursor to Lilo and Stitch. If you haven't seen the movie, basically Stitch is basically imprisoned up until he crash lands on Earth. Okay, that sorta happens, but we never get to see Earth really. And Stitch is never even on Earth. If you go through the other Kingdom Hearts games, you never see this man on Earth. You see him in another world, but you never see him on Earth. Which, to be honest, is kind of interesting, but I just wish they could have done more with this place. It's just a little annoying. But anyway, one thing I want to cap on now is the fact that I'm going to be leveling up. The boss here, again, is not super hard. He's just annoying, at least to me. This is the wrong way. But yeah, this world is really cool, but I just wish they could have done more. This part I actually like, but I always speed through it because sometimes I just die. And I know it's gonna seem kinda weird, but you know, another thing, I'll get on that in a second, but Yeah, this is like a little raceway where you can just kill. There are other pathways. There's another pathway if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not going to do that. But one thing I wish you could have done with Kingdom Hearts, or at least Birth by Sleep, the armor. You never really use the armor up until the end, if I'm not mistaken. And even then, it doesn't really do much. But you can't... I wish you could do more with the actual armor. Like, we could actually use it as like a power-up or something. Or it could have been like the highest limit breaker. Like, well, it's not a limit breaker, but point being, it would have been cool to actually use the armor. I know I'm kind of nitpicking, but to be fair, this is my favorite. Like, this is kind of my favorite Kingdom Hearts game, but still, I do have problems with it as much as I like the game. Also, you're gonna see me using Chaos Blade a lot in the future, and to be fair, it's probably one of the better ones. It doesn't do much damage in the long run, but I would definitely advise you to keep this one. You will get something in the future that will help you, and that will be important when you use this. And like the shot, like I currently have Dark Volley, and this one will be powered up by it, and it's really good, especially for, at least in my opinion, for the final boss of Terra. So yeah, the things I currently have are basically just prep for it. If you are following along with me, I don't think so, but if you are, the current attacks that I have are basically going to be used for the final battle. Some of the Brutal Blast does not help as much, but it's useful. And there's another command I'm trying to get, but yeah, it's gonna take a minute because I gotta do a bit more of combining. But on another note, if you are playing this game and you don't want to do all the melding and all that, there are a few attacks that will basically help you get through the game. Even people who play this game for a long time can attest to it. Two commands in particular, Fire Surge and... wait, is it Fire Surge? I believe it's Fire Surge and Thunder Surge. They basically will help you with any boss, even some of the harder ones, because they either help flinch, or they basically are just free and they give you an invincibility frame. For those who don't know, an invincibility frame is basically a time during an attack or a certain feeling where you don't get hit. And yeah, it's very useful, but again, I'm personally not trying to do it. I'm trying to do my own thing with Terra. You guys might notice like a difficulty spike after, oh, not difficulty spike, a level spike after this, because I really don't feel like dealing with a certain boss that comes up, and it's difficult, it's annoying. That's like playing this Ike on Smash Bros. You just go straight down. But on another note, yeah, I might be doing some slightly unnecessary fighting before we get to the boss, mainly because I need a bit of strength, because the boss coming up is annoying as hell. I can't. Dealing with him is a pain, and I just need as much strength. On another note, actually, I was gonna say D13. D23 is gonna be out soon. On the day that I'm posting it, it should already be done. Well, hopefully the Kingdom Hearts news is done. I might comment on it in the next video, maybe not. But honestly, I'm hoping that it's good. That's all I'm hoping. I'm not really hoping for a release date. Everybody's just like, when's the release date? When's the release date? And I'm just sitting here like, okay. I understand why you guys are waiting. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to hear the whole "we've been waiting 10 years" argument, because again, even then, Kingdom Hearts 2 wasn't the last game. There were other games. People always want to know what was this? Why did this happen? Why couldn't we do this? And other games answered it. Don't get me wrong, with the newest one, it introduces an annoying ass mechanic, which kind of fills in a few plot holes, but at the same time brings up so many questions. But again, I think I like that about, I like that. They keep you guessing, wondering what's going on. And I'm still playing Key, and I still have no clue what the hell is going on with the foretellers, what's going on with the masters. Even though they talk about that in 2.8, you just don't know. And I think that's what I love most about Kingdom Hearts. It leaves you in the dark. Not completely, but enough to make you want more. But again, that's me personally. A lot of people have their own gripes. There are people who love this game but hate so much about it. But I guess that's kind of what makes it good. I think you can't really love something without seeing its flaws. And I guess in part that's what makes it really good. Well, anyway, this is the room before the boss, and we are going to be ending off soon because personally I don't. Oh god, I'm not sure if I really want to put the boss fight in 2 episodes, because if I do and I die a whole bunch, I don't want that on screen. But yeah, next time we will be going to the boss room where we'll be facing something interesting. Well, actually wait, before we do that, I think there's an important item around the corner. I could be wrong. Alright, let's get through this real quick. No, I was wrong. Alright, yeah, I just wanna... Yeah, we'll kill this guy and then we'll end off the episode. I hate certain things, okay, I don't even hate them, I just dislike them. I can't really say I hate anything. I just like a lot of stuff, I never really hate anything. Is this the item? Nope. Alright, yeah, let's just go. Next time, we will go and finish the boss. See you then.